Hey, what's going on, everybody? We are out here today to visit the grave and pay our respects to a legend. And as always, the wind's got to blow, right? We're here to pay our respects to the great Minnie Pearl. Now, this is somebody I watched growing up. I love watching her on the Opry. She was great on Hee Haw. And we've already visited George Lindsay, which was on Hee Haw. And now we get to see Minnie Pearl. Like, it's really, I'm excited today. Like, some graves bring me down, but others, it's like she still makes me smile even though she's gone. And that's cool. Like, that's really, I don't know how to explain it, but it's really neat to be able to smile at a grave. Because even though she's gone, I can still think of all the funny bits and stuff from where, she made me laugh, and I could sit with my grandmother and, we enjoyed the show together. That's where those memories come from. But before we start, let me get the ad out of the way and say, if this is your first time here, welcome. I hope you enjoy the show. God almighty, I was thinking of Hee Haw. I hope you enjoy the video. And if you do, please consider liking, subscribing, sharing, doing all the things. And if this isn't your first time here, hey, welcome back. Let's try to find this grave. I know she's somewhere like that way, but I came over here for one other grave that's here. I didn't think personally that I wasn't going to do its own video. I thought I could, let me give you some light. I thought that I could just show him real quick before we get started looking for Miss Minnie's grave. So this is the grave of Felton Jarvis. Now, if that logo looks familiar, that's because he worked with Elvis. Gosh, man, this wind. He worked with Elvis 10 years or so, and Elvis loved the guy so much that he had a kidney go bad, and Elvis paid for all the dialysis and helped pay for him to get a transplant also. He was very instrumental in Elvis's career, and Elvis took care of the people he loved, right? Okay, so now that we've showed that, let's try to find Miss Minnie's grave and let's pay our respects, shall we? So as we walk back towards the car, she's over that way somewhere, and I may have walked past her grave and not even known it. But Sarah Colley was her actual name. Minnie Pearl was her stage name. Was born in Centerville in Hickman County, Tennessee, 50 miles southwest of Nashville. She graduated from Ward-Belmont College, now Belmont University. At the time, it was Nashville's most prestigious school for young ladies, where she majored in theater studies and dance. Let's try to walk this way a little bit. She taught dance for the first few years after graduation. Gosh, this wind. Maybe it's just Nashville. It always seems like it does this in Nashville and Atlanta. Everywhere. Let me correct that. Her first professional theatrical work was with Wayne P. Sewell Production Company, a touring theater company based in Atlanta. She produced and directed plays and musicals for local organizations throughout the Southeast. That's a cool piece, isn't it? With the boots. You can tell he's a vet. I see his dog tags on it too. Part of her work involved making brief appearances at civic organizations to promote the group shows. And during this time, she developed her Minnie Pearl routine while producing an amateur musical comedy in Baileyton, Alabama, which is around Coleman. She met a mountain woman whose style and speech became the basis for Cousin Minnie Pearl. Her first stage performance as Minnie Pearl was in 1939 in South Carolina. Her now famous hat was purchased at a downtown department store called Swarovski Brothers. The following year, executives from the Nashville radio station saw her perform at a convention and gave her an opportunity to premiere on the Grand Ole Opry. The success of her debut on November 30th of 1940 began an association with the Opry that continued for more than 50 years. Pearl's comedy was gentle satire of rural Southern culture, often called hillbillies. That's a very common name that they classify us as. You know, us people that say y'alls and hims and reckons and all that stuff. You know, we're not smart people, are we? Pearl always dressed in frilly, down-home dresses and wore a hat with a price tag hanging that had $1.98 on it. Her signature greeting to her audience, all right, I'm not going to do this justice, was "Howdy!" And she just said, "I'm just so proud to be here." She had self-deprecating humor about herself, which is great. If you can't make fun of yourself, you know, you don't really need to poke fun at others, right? Pearl drew much of her comedic material from her hometown Centerville, which she called Grinder Switch. Grinder Switch was a community just outside Centerville that consisted of little more than a railroad switch. Those who knew her recognized that the characters were largely based on people that lived down there. After battling breast cancer through aggressive treatments, including a double mastectomy and radiation, she became a spokeswoman for the medical center in Nashville, where she had been treated. She took on this role as herself, Sarah Ophelia Cannon, not Minnie Pearl. Although a non-profit group, the Minnie Pearl Cancer Foundation was founded in her memory to help fund cancer research. Minnie Pearl suffered a debilitating stroke in '91, bringing her performing career to an end. After the stroke, she resided in Nashville at a nursing home where she received frequent visits from many country music stars. She passed away on March 4th of '96 at the age of 83 from another stroke. And there it is, right there. This would be the family lot, I assume. And right there she is, Sarah Ophelia Colley Cannon. All right, that's it. Thank you guys so much for watching. It's really cool to be able to visit the grave of Minnie Pearl. Like, I'm still smiling thinking about all the stuff she did and how great she was and all the fun times and laughter she brought to me and my family. Between, like, I can remember just laughing with family, watching her stuff and all the things she did. And it's amazing just how great of a person she was, and the foundation and everything that she did and all the stuff, the tough stuff she went through, right? So with all that out of the way, thank you for watching. You honestly I don't think you could understand how much it means for me, for you guys to watch the videos that I put out. And I have a members channel, or a members, like a thing that helps me get to these places. And if that's something you can help with, that's cool. And if not, hey, look, times are tough. I get it. If, like, on a couple of other videos I said, if times wasn't tough, there would be no members thing, right? If money was falling from the sky, I get it. But I've also got a couple of channels that I subscribe to because I'm trying to bring up other channels, and I want them to make it as much as I have. Like, I cannot believe how much this channel has grown in the past. This hadn't even been a year yet. And I mean, the past 3 months have been insane because of you guys and how much you watch the videos and enjoy the content. And I really cannot thank you enough. Like, I can't say that enough, that what you do and all the stuff, that all the comments, the subscribes, and all the stuff that you do is great. So if you could do me the favor, check those other channels if you hadn't already, and give them a like, give them a subscribe, let them know where you came from, tell them that I sent you there and that you love their content. And if there's any other channels, small channels that are doing great content that really need a boost, hey, put them in the comments and maybe we can get them up there, okay? Thank you guys so much. and you never know what you're going to find on the back roads.